exciting show. I have a talented young man here that I can't believe in the short stream of 4 years, though he says he felt like 8 years, because he really is absolutely committed, devoted, and passionate. And all his followers and everybody who follows this forum, because he doesn't like to call it a conference, Manny Ruiz, from the CEO and creative director of Hispanices. How are you?
Thank you. Very good morning to everybody, Susana, and thank you for having me.
Hispanicize.
Hispanicize, yeah.
Sorry, Hispanicize.
Hey, it's got sizzle in the name.
I gotta tell you, it's got a lot of sizzle, a lot of side. It is an amazing, I actually came to know about this conference forum that happens annually, and by Vanguard, Joe Ramirez, who came up to see if I could work with the arts, and the artist in Wynwood was Sherwin-Williams. And Manny Ruiz made this wonderful platform 4 years ago, and I'd love you to tell our audience, you're creative, how did you get the idea, what is your goal with these annual meetings, events that you do? Let you tell the audience.
Well, I mean, thank you, Susanna. I think, Hispanicize, just to clarify what it is, Hispanicize 2013 is South by Southwest. For those of you that are familiar with that great event in Austin, Texas, if the shorthand answer is, this is South by Southwest meets Latino, U.S. Latino, to be precise at this moment. And so what this means is that it's 5 days, it's more than 100 sessions, a who's who of the U.S. Hispanic leaders in entertainment, in film, music, marketing, blogging, and journalism. And it's the first time ever that this chorus of influencers have ever been brought together. We've been doing this for 4 years, and every year it's evolved. This began as what I would call a pretty boring but very effective public relations and social media conference, and it has evolved to become, I think we're in the position to say that this is the most innovative and fun and relevant U.S. Hispanic experience for influencers in the United States, all at one place and one time in Miami Beach.
It's amazing. Let me tell you, when I sent out to my database who my guest speaker is, I received so many responses. Since I'm in marketing for so many years, and a lot of the local public relation firms like, yeah, what, great, I can't wait. And I'm sure they're all listening us this morning. But not only do you, with 43%, last year, 43% growth in the Hispanic market. I mean, we represent 52 million documented through U.S. births in the Latino Hispanic world, and that doesn't even include the immigration numbers. So when you think about it, going forward to 2050, they're predicting that we're going to be 1/3 of the population. So, kudos to you, Manny, to bring this together, because there is so much talent in journalism, in film, in media, in blogging, in the Latino sectors, and so many American companies wishing to really have a platform to launch in the Latino market, which I think you do that.
Yeah, it's, this event is hot wired for organizations. We have some of our title sponsors that have been supporting us for years, Procter & Gamble, most prominently McDonald's, General Motors. They use this as the platform to make their most astonishing announcements in the marketplace, to launch their new products, to to really engage Latino influencers, because they realize that influencers influence other people. If you're a blogger and you have 10,000 followers, you automatically, by just tweeting something or posting something on Facebook, can automatically help with that 10,000. But if you multiply that one blogger times hundreds of Latino multicultural bloggers, which is what we help generate, in addition to Hispanic journalists who are already coming to anticipate covering the event and learning and everything, then you have an incredible explosion of media impressions from one location at one place.
You have the symphony of symphonies. And I got to tell you, it is an amazing contribution, creative thought process. To see it, the reality it's grown, where your very first conference, you only had 20 sessions, then you go to 40. Now you're doing 100. I'm talking panels of major entertainment, Anthony. Last year, he gave an award to Emilio Estefan. We're talking big name Latinos in the industry,
Yep.
big corporations. How did I get involved? I'm about the arts. Sherwin-Williams wants to launch their Latino exposure with your...
Yeah, they're doing a really cool mural for 5 days. They're going to have a different muralist come and I started calling it the living mural because every day it would change. But it's got a wonderful, colorful name.
El proyecto Diseño Latino,
Yes.
and it's murals for moral, murales para moral, and that's where I come in. I know, surprise, but
Well, you have to, right?
I come in because I'm going to bring some great artists every single day. You can see from 9 in the morning an 8-foot wall being redone, and guess what? I bet you don't know this, Manny. And I mean, because you're doing 100 sessions. But we are going to be donating it to the highest bidder, and 100% goes to Aspira.
Oh, wow, cool.
And Aspira is 4 decades plus empowering Hispanic youths. And they're doing a brand new school. I mean, it's there already, Aspira Arts, that is being projected in Wynwood. And so the Sherwin-Williams commitment to, hopefully a projected commitment, would be fabulous. You know, Joe Ramirez from Vanguard and Lillian Ayala brought this to me. Therefore, introducing you, which I am so proud of. Latinos, I'm proud of what you're doing. It's a crossover, like you said. Give your website, your phone number, everything that
Sure.
someone listening to this wants to go and be part of.
Well, and I just want to emphasize, and thank you very much. Our website is HispanicizeEvent.com. Don't confuse it with Hispanicize.com. That's another part of our company. HispanicizeEvent.com. And basically, if you have any questions or anything, you should also join our Facebook group because we use it to actively promote things every day. But I want to emphasize something, which is, you know, there has never really been one place, one time, to bring the arts for Latinos into focus in a setting that is already wired for media and social media to explode about their excitement or their interest in something. That's one of the reasons, probably the most important reason for me as a future filmmaker. I would say I'm a filmmaker already in the making, but I'm just doing my film in reverse. I've created the marketing platform for my films. But you know, filmmakers and music artists and other artists now, as we're doing through the murals, I think they will find that Hispanicize is the most exciting place to be and the most relevant. You know, this year we're showcasing several new films. Philly Brown is coming out, which is a film with Edward James Olmos and Lou Diamond Phillips. We're going to be premiering that at Hispanicize. You know, Miami International Film Festival and Hispanicize partnering to bring a national media exhibit of this film. We're going to have another film called Mission Park with Vivica Fox and other stars. You know, Dreamer. We have a lot of things coming up. And what's important is not that these films are showing up, but that we have a platform surrounding these debuts, whether they're in music or they're in film. They're going to have the bloggers and journalists that can help make something viral and of interest at one place at one time. That's why people are interested in Hispanicize. It's not because we're another film festival on that side of it or another music festival, but because we can amplify something among all the influencers that can help create buzz for stuff. That's the power of Hispanicize.
It is absolutely powerful. Let me tell you something. I think I'm doing, my art experience company is taking 45 bloggers out VIP night on Monday night. I don't know if you know that.
Very cool, yes.
And so I'm like, oh my God.
Sherwin-Williams, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're doing the VIP bus tour for them. And so I think they're going to love Miami. And we love that you pick our city to be doing this and showcasing this unbelievable, the strength of Latinos, the emergence of American corporate.
And Miami is really the only place you can do this. You know, we started this event in Dallas to be in the center of the country, especially as we were starting first year. We didn't want people to have it's in the West Coast, it's in the East Coast. So we started neutral ground Dallas. Then we took it to LA, and we love those cities. But the reality is, the only place in the country where an event like Hispanicize can morph into a giant is in Miami, because this is the epicenter of Hispanic media. It's the epicenter of entertainment. It's proximity to Latin America and its influences and this just being the gateway from Latin America into the U.S. Hispanic market, it makes it the most relevant, cool place. And by the way, of course, a lot of people are escaping the cold in the north and other
Absolutely.
parts. Guess what? When we come back with Hispanicized in Miami Beach, it's a no-brainer.
And I love the way you're doing it so high end. I mean, this year, you could have done this like, okay, Miami Beach Convention, and no, you really chose to give yourself a certain expectation from the client and the audience that's going to come, and your big clients see that. I mean, you took over the Eden Rock.
Yep.
Not Sheraton, the Eden Rock.
The Eden Rock. 5 days.
5 days on the Eden Rock. How many people are coming? How many have registered to come?
We're expecting between 12 to 14, maybe 1,600. It all depends on different variables. The next couple weeks, always unpredictable. But every year we've grown at a clip of at least 55 to 60%. So we feel very confident that because we've added a Hispanic Journalist Showcase, which we're taking a lot of seriousness, and we've brought the Latin music industry into the game finally, which they were begging to be a part of it. I think that's going to make it potentially grow even bigger this year, but we're going to say conservatively 12 to 1,600.
Now, can I ask you, for our biz listeners and our talk listeners, what are some of the key guests, elite, everybody's elite and special, who would be the key speaker or somebody? I know you have a journalistic award.
So we've got, we do. And so we've got Soledad O'Brien as one of our co-chairs. Last year, just to give you a little bit of context, last year we had Emilio Estefan, Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer, Nelly Galan, a major entrepreneur who built the Swan, and Maria Elena Salinas of Univision. This year, we have Beto Perez, the founder of the multi-billion-dollar company Zumba Fitness.
Wow.
We have Soledad O'Brien. We just confirmed Carlos Ponce, and we have a couple others.
Carlos Ponce, I love it. Listen, congratulations, Manny, for a fabulous job. Congratulations to Hispanicize 2013. Continue your success, because your success equals multitude of success in so many stories that you have touched. And thank you for once again, your website.
It's HispanicizeEvent.com.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys.
We'll be right back after this short break.
Is also to match, so I just continue.
You can just keep going.
Yes. Anyway, it's a great day, Tuesday morning. Welcome, Art.